Happy New Year! I can't believe it's already 2013. I just got back from about 5 weeks traveling from Israel to New York to LA to, of course, a little side trip to Mammoth to enjoy beautiful white powder and snow, and to Korea to really enjoy a time of rest and refreshing, because it's so important to be able to set aside time to rest so that you can actually create and innovate. And so if many of you are like me, you're thinking about 2013, what are your plans? What are your strategies? What are the targets? What are your objectives? Now that you've come up with these great strategies, how many of you are struggling with how do you actually execute that? What is it going to take? Who are the people that you need? Do you personally even have what it takes as a leader to drive the change that you desire to see? We've created a framework that I think will help. It starts off with something that we all are familiar with: purpose. And that is really what your strategy is, and it's also your vision and your values. So are you really clear about the purpose of the changes that you want to see? For example, why do you want to drive higher sales? Why do you want to improve customer satisfaction? How does that reflect who you want to be as an organization? And the irony of all these things is usually we spend a lot of time on the hard things. So once we have a clear strategy and purpose, then we start to think about our environment. The environment will be all the things like our processes, our systems. It could be the physical environment, like redesigning your office, redesigning your store, your retail environment, or virtual, like an e-commerce or a website. And those are tangible, visible things. So those are like the hard things. But the irony of life is that the hard things are much easier to do than the soft things. So many people focus in on the hard things. And then you start wondering, well, why aren't our customers satisfied? Why are our staff unhappy? And some organizations realize, hey, they need skills. We need to teach them. So then they focus on capabilities. And capabilities is about ensuring that your people, your staff, everyone has the hard as well as the soft skills required to do their jobs well. And many organizations actually stop right here, which is on the individual and the hard stuff. But you realize that that's actually usually insufficient for driving the change that you want to see. So then what's required? It's actually the soft stuff, which tends to be the hardest part, actually. And the story is really about, is your purpose or your strategy, does it mean something to me personally? Am I connecting why you want to drive higher sales or improve customer satisfaction with what does it mean to me? Why is that important to me personally? So it's the messages, it's the story that actually then inspires people to get aligned. And those people are your staff, your managers, your investors, your partners, society at large. Are they really tied in and believe in what you want to do? Once you get the story right, this then becomes one of the hardest bits. It's the leadership. Are you as a leader walking the talk? Are you actually living and embodying the things that you want to see? For example, if you say that you want to have a great culture of people who feel empowered, in every meeting you have with them, how are you handling them? How are you talking to them? What happens when they make a mistake? Are you really walking the talk in such a way that the culture transforms and flows from the top down? And so we call this our SPEC'L Framework. And when you think about being special, you realize that the story and the leadership, they really make up the bookends and they hold everything together. Because if you don't have story and leadership, then things fall apart and are not sustainable. So my challenge to you is, are you ready to see the change and transformation that you desire to see? And do you want to be special?